The Dow crashes lower 185 points. My name's D7 and this is the weekend edition. Good through Sunday, May 15th, 2016. It's great to be back. Sorry for the spotty videos last week in Vegas. And I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures of Vegas at the end of this video. So enjoy. Anyway, markets down quite a bit. Markets overall in big time bearish territory. Banks down more than 1% on Friday. Crude oil down 0.7%. You have gold and silver higher. VIX increasing by 3.4%. And we're taking a look here at the S&P 500 ETF, the spider. A couple lines here. The line that I want you to pay attention to is this swing low versus this swing low coming across Friday. We have a breaking of the neckline in the 50-day moving average. This is a shoulder, head, and shoulder. Go to the charts, go look at head and shoulder trend reversal pattern. Those are confirmed only when the neckline is broken. Friday, that was broken. And the last 3 days in trading, increase in volume to the sell side. Markets are in dire trouble. Warning, warning, warning. Guys, I'm telling you right now, there is big problems happening. We could be seeing a major high in the markets, and I'm not sure we'll see these areas anytime soon. Very important video here. Make sure you share it with your friends as we go deeper into technical analysis. Here are the diamonds. Diamonds came up, had this rising wedge. We broke down from that. We go into a bullish pennant Friday. Boom to the downside below the 50-day moving average and a support line. Support broken on a tick higher on the volume. NASDAQ tech stocks in this big drop. And we're in a downtrend. Lower swing highs, lower swing lows. I am going to put another arrow right here saying we are in sell zone. But this is a big bull flag. So if this thing were to break above this trend line, this could get big time bullish. However, the markets as a whole does not look strong enough for that to happen. I see this continuing downward. Russells, bull flag, or a head and shoulders trend reversal pattern with a neckline that was broken on Thursday. So not at all a good thing. Added another sell signal here. Again, this could turn into a big bull flag and rally yet again, but I'm not seeing that happening. Banks broke a major trend line. Support. We broke a major support on the banks. Ouch to them. Financials, you'll see this shoulder, head, and shoulder trend line broken right here. Man, it's just in all sorts of trouble. Yeah, if I do that, look at this. We had the rising wedge. We broke down. We tried to get back above. Couldn't do it. And we, boom, back down. Red arrow to the sell side. Tick higher on that drop, still above the 50-day moving average on financials. U.S. dollar has been up, and away. We're approaching resistance here. So I'm going to add at this resistance a sell signal. And if we hit that and start to drop, that's going to be good for stocks. However, if this were to blast through, I'm going to remove this, and that's going to weigh on the stocks. Crude oil, I put a sell sign here. We have a big rising wedge. We're starting to drop. Gang, this is bad news. This rising wedge is bad news for crude oil. I'm seeing this breaking down here, and because it needs to heal itself and quickly. I'm not sure it's going to be. If you are long crude, be very careful right now. Gold. What's interesting, we have this big rising wedge kind of. You got to be careful with this thing. We're at a major area support. I'm adding another buy here because it looks like a big bull flag to me. Like this thing is going to rally north yet again. Silver, same thing. We got this little bull flag looking thing like it's ready to take off. I added another buy signal here on silver, something that we're watching. And the VIX, look at this. Down, but rolling over, trying to find this bottom here. And I'm going to add another line to this to take a look at this. That's kind of a little falling wedge that we have here. If it breaks over this, and I have VIX long here, if it were to break out, added an arrow, because if that happens, the markets are going to fall out of bed and things are going to get gnarly and quickly. Bad things there. I'm going to go back to the spiders this time because it's the weekend edition. I'm going to go to the weekly charts. Very important that we look at this. Weekly charts, we have a series of lower highs. However, this week we had a higher low, but a higher low and a higher high. Go to full screen to really see this. And that, we're starting to drop here, but it's not an alarming descent. However, going to next week, I could see a big red candlestick right here dropping down, tagging 20-week moving average. However, if this stays high like this, we could see a breakout to the upside on the weekly chart. But we are flirting with death right now. The markets are in all sorts of trouble. I'm going to bring that line up. I'm going to take this line, get rid of it. And that's our new line. So we're at resistance. A couple weeks ago, I called a sell. We continue to drop here on the weekly chart. The diamond popped up. Now we're at the major area of support. That support level is crucial right now because if we break that, this is going to be a death hook in a triangle. You don't know anything about that. This is a very powerful play that's a little more complex, and it's something that we teach in our mentorship program. But for all you mentor students out there, there's roughly 2,500 of you. If you're listening to this video, this could be a death hook on the diamond. So watch this very closely. The NASDAQ weekly, we're down. We did make a higher high. We should have gone higher here. We should have maintained that high for the week. We failed to do so. It came right back down, trying to find support at the 20-week moving average. And this thing is going to look like it's going to get slippery and start to drop. It had its chance to pop. A little bull pullback pop. It had its chance. It failed to do it. That is problematic for the tech stocks. Small caps came up, hit its head at resistance 2 weeks ago, called a sell. We have continuing down. We broke down through this line. I'm going to get rid of it. And this is what's happening. We're dropping. We have a ton of downside potential here in small caps. The banks 2 weeks ago called a sell, and we continue southbound. I'm going to add another line right here to here. We do have support coming up, and that is a rising wedge with the, no, I can't call that necessarily a bearish divergence, but something to be watching for. Financials, it said sell. If it could get to the resistance line, it failed to do that. It just started dropping anyway. Look at this line. I'm going to go from here to here. Oh man, on Friday or last week we broke that support line. Bad news for financials, guys. Watch out below. US dollar weekly starting to head higher. Crude oil weekly, a high base, guys. This looks like it's wanting to break out to the upside. And I know on the daily on this, to be very careful. It'd be interesting to see what happens here. Gold on the weekly hit its head at resistance. We pulled back. Let me see what's going on here on the weekly chart. Yeah, see, we're at big time support. We're kind of building a rising wedge on the weekly, which is concerning to me. Big bearish divergence too. Gang, on gold, we got a big bearish divergence. We need to heal we need the markets to heal itself for this to still be okay. Wow. Be very careful with gold on the weekly. Silver could be something very similar here, but it doesn't look as bad to me. Does not at all look as bad. Those are my trend lines, and I feel fairly good about these. Yeah. So nice little bull pullback. A little more bullish here on silver. VIX weekly, it's going to be a whole lot of nothing. Down. It's been a long time, guys, since we've been this low, but we do have a hammer. It's looking like it's ready to go higher on the VIX. I mean, wow, the markets looks like volatility is going to increase. That's going to be bad news. Here's the VIX itself, the index, and it hammers out almost like it's wanting to go higher. We got to watch out for that. And let me go to the monthly, look at the monthly S&P. So see, the problem with the monthly, we're halfway through the month. Resistance, we're at resistance heading south. Gang, this could get very bloody out there in the markets. The diamonds, we started to pop. Look at this, we started to get over, but we failed. So we're failing so far. That's not so good. I'm going to massage that line. I mean, if we keep going down, it's going to be bad news. NASDAQ, we're at major support. Look at this on the monthly. We tried to break below it. We come back above. We got 2 weeks in to find out if we're going to break this major support line on the monthly chart on the NASDAQ. Russell's, we popped beginning of the week, and we've been dropping. I mean, this is bad news. I called a sell last week, and so far that is what's happening. Look for downside on the monthly. The markets just look bad. Look at the monthly on the banks. Rising wedge breakdown, bear pullback to resistance, dropping here, dark cloud cover. Oh, kind of a dark cloud cover, very close to that. I think it might be closing below. Or I'm sorry, it's still a dynamic candlestick, but we are right now below the 20-day moving average. Financials, look at the financials, not so hot here. Look at this. So resistance, slowing down, another resistance, and we got a sell sign last month on this, and I see a lot of downside potential here on financials on the monthly chart. US dollar monthly looks like it's getting to get bullish on the monthly chart. So, matter of fact, I need to probably add that. It looks like US dollar for the month is going to go higher. Crude oil continues on the monthly chart to go higher, but that is a bear pullback. Got to be very careful here that it doesn't start pulling back. Crude oil could be in trouble, guys. Be careful with crude oil. Gold at major resistance. We did drop back. Here's the resistance coming across on the monthly. We could retrace. We could be I'll tell you, if the precious metals start to get really bearish here and drop, I'm going to be looking to load up on a significant drop. And I could see that happening. We've been going higher. We're at a resistance point. I could see it pulling back on the monthly chart, but on the daily chart, looking fairly good. Silver, we popped up, showing a little weakness here. We'll see how the month handles itself. And VIX monthly. I'm going to go to the index itself. You can just say we're just going sideways. Had a wonderful time at Vegas. If you go to Grok Trade, click on Trading Mentor, you learn about it. But here's some photos of the Vegas trip. Loved it. It's always great when we do our mentorships. The bad news for you is this. These are highly educated students now. They are in the markets trading against you. You don't want that. You do not want to lose in the markets due to your lack of getting the right education. Get the right education and increase your odds dramatically out there in the markets to make great money. There's a ton of money to be made out there in the markets. It's all around us. All we have to do is dip in and take that money. How do you do that? By increasing your probabilities as a trader. We are mentors, and we will help you make money in the markets. Again, go to Grok Trade. Once you're here at Grok Trade, click on Trading Mentor. We'll get you more information on our next class. Catch you guys later.